guys, Andy here. So recently, unfortunately, my good old trusty Sony Bluetooth headphones broke. They broke actually a good few months back. I kind of tape, you can't really see, but that's, you maybe can see that. And then recently, oh yeah, you can see that one. Like recently, the other side did the same thing. I tried to glue them, I tried to tape them, I tried to salvage them, couldn't. I mean, they were reasonably expensive, I think. They were kind of £180 or something like that. And they were good, they were very good. They lasted me 3 or 4 years, but they have started to show signs of wear. So I thought, well, having tested my brother's Bose QC35-2s, I thought I'd get myself a pair of them. Actually, they're amazing. I was really so impressed with them. The noise cancellation, the overall sound quality, just fantastic. But then recently, using them to play PC games using the Bluetooth, I realised there's quite a delay. So you press the trigger to fire, and then a split second later you hear the actual bullet, even though it's already happened. Once I noticed that, I noticed the same thing watching, because I use them for my TV as well. And you know, someone would put a glass down on a table, and a split second later you'd actually hear it happening. And it was, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. It was quite off-putting. I tried switching back to my old headphones, and there is a delay there, but not really noticeable. No, I wouldn't say it was noticeable unless you're really looking for it. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll try a different pair of headphones. And hence I now have the Sony WH-1000XM2s. So the 1000X were, from what I understand, highly regarded amongst Bluetooth noise cancelling over-ear headphones previously. They had a bit of a design problem with the band. It would break basically, and although apparently Sony are offering free repairs and free replacements, I'm not sure, they redesigned it, and here's the XM2. When I was doing my research with the Bose, I kind of, well, some of the bits did say that technically the Sony are a better headphone. I guess I went with the Bose just because I had already tried my brother's, and in some ways I see Bose as kind of the benchmark. I remember trying them in a shop in America, I think 5 or 6 years ago, where they're demonstrating the noise cancellation and just being like, that's amazing, even back then. And I suppose I just kind of stuck with them because I guess it's their marketing that's worked. I saw Bose as being the gold standard in some ways. But because of that delay, and my other Sonys don't have that big a delay, I thought, well, and I did a bit of Googling, and other people have kind of commented on it. If you listen to music, it doesn't matter at all. They sound amazing. But if you're doing anything like watching a movie or playing a computer game, quite important. Anyway, so let's move on to the actual Sonys. We can see some of the sort of specs. It does have NFC. You can see the little logo on the side of the ear thing there. Obviously Bluetooth. High-res audio. How do you have high-res? How does audio have a resolution? Is that real, or is that just some weird marketing thing? Actually, I should open up with as well, I'm not an audiophile. I don't know a massive amount about headphones. It might be a bit silly for me to say this early in a headphone review, but I'm just a regular guy that wants some Bluetooth headphones. And to an extent, you might be saying, well, why are you spending, these are £330, these Sonys. Why are you spending that much on headphones, anything on audiophile? And there's an argument that I almost bought the Plantronics Pro Beat 2 or whatever they are. They're about 180. But just the noise cancellation of those Bose really swung me over to just get a decent pair of headphones. See what else we've got on the back. Anything important? Well, you can have a quick look through there, but I want to just kind of crack on and okay. Headphones connect. So let's just tell us about there's an app we should get. So this, I should also point out, this video is going to be in 2 parts. I'll probably given it away in the video description, or the video title, but it'll be kind of the unboxing element, and then I'll use them for a couple of days and finish the same video off, this one video, giving my opinions and thoughts. So we've got an audio, obviously, although they're Bluetooth, you do get an audio cable, which is obviously a great option. So if there is still the delay, I can plug them in. But otherwise in the box, it looks like we're straight into the carry case. Okay, there's a couple other bits. There's a USB, I guess that's a micro, that's odd, that's kind of stuck in. So I don't quite, maybe just pull, oh no, there we go, it's kind of unclipped from the bottom, do you see that? What have we got? Yeah, micro USB, so I don't need that, I'll leave that in there. I've got micro USB cables coming out of the doodah. We've got instructions. My first thoughts are just, we'll leave them though for now. Nice enough box. the carry case, that feels quite sort of, oh, okay, so we've got the stretchy sort of pocket on the back. We've got a sort of hand strap that's quite small. That's not going around your wrist or anything. That is just a hold, I suppose. But I guess you could hook it onto, you can clip it onto your bag or whatever. And then sort of soft touch case. Now, before, I've not really seen these. I've not seen these in person. I should say, so these are my Bose. I actually really like the design of these. They're quite small. The leather feels fantastic. I don't think you look too much of an idiot. They are comfortable. So it's going to be interesting when we have a look at the Sonys, because I think that's going to be tough to... Oh, okay, so they look small. I don't know, maybe all their head models have got small heads. I kind of envisaged them being a lot bigger than that. So let's go straight away and... So I don't think, my instant thoughts are that foam is a lot firmer. It's not quite as comfortable perhaps as the Bose. Yeah, that's definitely... I'll do a separate video comparing the two actually. I'll try not to keep comparing it to the Bose at this point. We're just talking about... So, I mean, it's not that it's uncomfortable. And looking at myself in the video there, that's kind of weird. Kind of... does that look like it sticks out a little bit on my head? The actual noise isolation, I think that would be, because it's just cutting it out. That's quite good. Yeah, I can still hear things, but oh, yeah. But my own voice was kind of coming through my head rather than round to my ears. So yeah, so that's definitely firm. You feel that more on the side of your head. How that will convert into long usage, you know, so if I watch a movie for a couple of hours, do we need the cardboardy bits? Let's put them aside for the moment at least. Let's just check what else. So we've got that way around, sorry. So we've got some instructions there as well. So it's touch controls on the right pad. So on that one, swiping up should change the volume up, down, volume down. Skip forward, skip back, and then you sort of tap or double tap to start and stop things. That is the old airport. You can see the picture of the plane. Can you see the picture of the plane there? Sorry. So that's the old connector. So I think that's that as far as the packing of them. Let's have a look around the actual headphones. Sorry. So we have got some buttons here. We've got power, noise cancellation, ambient. We've got the NFC logo for tapping to connect. We've got the actual audio input, aux, so to speak. I see everyone, I've watched a couple of videos on these, I see everyone kind of stretching their headphones like, oh, what are you careful? What have we got on the, is this the left side? No, it's the right side with the wrong way around. I see, I quite like in the Bose, I try not to keep referring to, it's got the L and the R inside the headphone bits. So there's the micro USB plug for charging. And then it is just, so there's a mic there, I guess is used for the noise cancellation and the pass-through. So you can do ambient pass-through. When you're wearing them and you're listening to music and noise cancellation on, apparently you do that and you hold your hand there and then you can hear what people are saying to you. Yeah, I like it, but at the same time, why do I got to stand there holding my ear like an idiot? Can't I go like that? And then carry on. Anyway. But they feel good. They feel like a quality product. So I guess now we need to try and install the app. How many stars? 2.0. Okay, that doesn't bode so well. 2.0, 100,000 installs and a 2.7 stars rating. It's all right. Functionality is rather limited. Completely unable to perform firmware update. So, well, I guess we're going to see in a moment. There, it's already installed. Let's go ahead and open it up. It doesn't give us any more. So, connect by NFC. So I guess I'm going to tap that. So, Place the NFC mark of the headphone and the mobile device over the reader. So it doesn't actually tell me to, but I guess I'm going to turn the headphones on. I'm going to hold it on as well, just for the... I don't know what... So I heard it say something. There we go. We're flashing different colours. So I don't know where the lights were. We've got a green light there for noise cancellation, I guess. We've got the flashing lights there. Do we want to connect? Yes, we do. It says it's paired. It says we're connected. So I can already hear, I don't know if you can hear that. It's just automatically started up the last thing I was listening to, which was a podcast. I don't know that I want that to happen. Alright, so we are connected. So start ambient sound on. Noise cancelling. Alright, okay, so let's pop the headphones on. So the only noise I've really got going is my PC down here. It's not that loud, but I can hear it's really good sort of for demoing noise cancellation, because it's a bit like a plane engine, I suppose, or the wind noise of the plane, whatever that whirring noise is. So actually what's happened is we've jumped forward about 24 hours, so I've had a chance to properly use the headphones and a little bit with the app as well. So I can kind of talk you through, first of all, the app itself. And I think 2.7 stars is probably a little bit harsh. It's not that bad. I think probably some people have some issues connecting their headphones or something, so they've just given the app a 1. So first thing I'll say, the battery life does seem to be very good. They quote 30 hours. I've not had it long enough to test that. I've literally had them like 20 hours. But I've been using it quite a lot today, and it's still showing basically full, so that's very good. Adaptive sound control. Now I've turned that off. I was just explaining how I've got the fan going on my computer here, and it's quite good. The noise cancelling cuts the fan out totally. What I realised was even better for testing the noise cancelling was the washing machine, which I had going earlier on. So I had the headphones on, I went to the kitchen, and the washing machine, it was going full power. And I walked in there with the headphones, and all I could hear was a really impressive, really impressive. But also what it did was, it made some kind of blipping noise, and then turn the sound, the noise cancellation off. And I think what it was actually doing was it was trying to adapt to the new surroundings. So you can do noise cancelling optimizer. I'm going to pop them on and try and guide you through what it... Right, let's get in the right way around, shall we? So I'm going to press start. And it says optimizer start. And then I'm getting beep, 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 all these weird little beeps and... Then it says measuring the atmospheric pressure, and then it's analysing the surroundings. Optimizer finished. So basically, now I'm all silent. So basically, I walked to the kitchen and it recognised new environment and started optimising for that environment. But it just went off, and I waited for a little while. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm not that bothered, but I think it could be handy, like if you're going to fly on a plane or something, you get up to altitude and you optimize at that point, and it should learn from your surroundings and set it up properly, which is pretty cool. And also, so we have varying levels of noise cancelling. So at the minute we're on full noise cancelling. If I slide it all the way to the right, you see how that picture faded in? It kind of fades in and out. That's basically saying that's what you can hear. If I go kind of halfway, and then I tip focus on voice, it removes the vehicles and such, but it leaves the people there. That's quite cool. I haven't really had the chance to test that because I've generally just been listening to music, playing computer games, and all that sort of thing. I've not really been out and about with them. So I've showed you the optimizer. The sound position control is a little bit weird. So you can see initially it's kind of just on the headphone, but you can tap the front, and then basically it makes it sound like the sound's coming at you from the front. Like if you're watching a TV, would you want to do that? Would you want it to sound like it's coming from the TV? You can move it kind of all around you, but I don't know why you just wouldn't have the sound kind of in you almost, rather than, I don't know. So then we've got the surround sound. So if we go into that, you can make it sound like you're listening to things in like an outdoor stage, for example. Now, people are going to criticise me, but I don't go to concerts. Why would I go to concerts? The music doesn't sound as good as it does if it's on a CD or an MP3 or whatever. That's recorded in a studio in the best possible conditions. Why would I go outside into a field? Now I understand there's the atmosphere and there's all these other things outside. I do get it. I'm just saying, why would I then want my headphones to sound like I'm at a concert? And generally the other reviews I've seen, they basically say don't bother with the surround sound, it just kind of mucks your sound, and it does, it kind of puts in weird echoes and weird, yeah, it's all a bit odd. We then got the graphic equalizer, which I quite like. You've got different presets, bright, excited, mellow, relaxed, so all that kind of thing, and then bass boost. And then you've got your manual one where, so how do I actually, there we go. This is where I could set, I can move them up and down, I can move the bass back and forth. I quite liked how that is, so that's quite good. Now playing. Sound quality, right, so this is a little bit weird. Priority on stable connection at the moment, but an option is priority on sound quality. So you think, well, sound quality is my priority, but when I go to that, it basically undoes everything else. You can't then change the equalizers or that kind of thing. So a little, well, actually, maybe you can do the equalizers. And even then we've got to turn things, oh, I'm not going to be bothered, to be honest. It's not, I'm not sure I could hear the difference between the two anyway. And then right at the bottom, what DSEHX Auto, I think that's the one that kind of helps with compression from MP3s, making them sound better. I'm not sure. So that's the app. Generally, there's not really much else to it. We can see what version I'm running, just if that's any use to you, if you might be watching it in the future. So that's the app. Let's talk a little bit now. It's kind of the sort of review, so to speak, of the actual headphones. So they're a lot smaller than I imagined they were going to be. The pictures to me made them look like they're quite big. I like them. I like them being sort of a bit more small and compact. The ear cups are firmer than the Bose ones, but not to the point. I mean, I sat playing computer games for probably 3 or 4 hours last night. Well, 3 hours, then I watched TV for an hour or so. Generally, with these things stuck on my head, wasn't uncomfortable at all. Not a problem in that respect. They're fine. The touch controls on the side are actually surprisingly, you can see it. The only thing, if you wanted to kind of go all the way up or all the way down, you look a little bit weird. What I can tell you is if I hold down, well, I say this, let's see, will it rain tomorrow? So you can activate Google Assistant by holding down for 3 seconds. It won't read your notification things like others will, but you can still access it. I'm not a massive fan of the buttons, but I've kind of got used to them. You can feel the surround one and noise cancelling one, sorry, is a longer line, and the on-off is the shorter line. So you can feel them when they're on your head. I was worried you wouldn't really be able to. They're a little bit weird in that you have to press. I'll show you how long I have to press to turn them off. And that's not too bad. To pair, you have to hold for what feels like about 5 or 6 seconds though. So now they're just turned on. That was long enough. Still holding. And finally we're in pairing mode. That was quite a long time. Where there's probably an easier way they could have done that. I'm going to turn it off again. And you might say, well, that's, you're only going to pair once to your phone. But actually, when I'm listening to the TV, I have to put my little transmitter, because my TV itself hasn't got Bluetooth, I have to put the transmitter into pairing mode, then I have to put the headphones into pairing mode every time I want to connect up to listen to the TV, so it's a little bit of a pain. Build quality generally I think is quite good. They're a reasonable weight to them. They feel generally pretty sturdy. The only thing, I don't know if you can hear this, it feels a little plasticky, maybe. And also if I was to hold the headband and give it a little jog down, you see how both of them have kind of extended out. I don't know if that's an issue. I don't know, I'm expecting, I just kind of thought maybe they'd be a bit firmer than that. But I do like the design, generally very nice. The noise cancellation, so I've mentioned already the washing machine. Now I tested these, I'm going to do a full video of these or the Bose, kind of deciding which ones I'm going to keep. And I did test the noise cancellation, because when I first put these on, I thought the noise cancellation wasn't as good as the Bose, because the Bose went totally silent, and these I can hear kind of a faint white noise, I suppose, like a very faint sort of, and that made me think, oh, they're not quite as good. But then when I did the washing machine test, when I put the Bose on, if I turn my head, you got a little, so both of them you could hear that, but with the Bose, when I turn slightly, I could then hear a bit of the as well, and but with these, didn't matter where I moved, and I could only assume it's to do with kind of the microphone positioning, and I don't know why, but so actually that made me think, oh, maybe these are better. And you've got all these different options in the Sonys, the voice pass through, the holding to be able to talk to people. So there's a lot of options in the app to control the noise cancellation. There's the optimization. I don't know how well that works. There's also presets for if you're going jogging and things, which again I think lets you hear vehicles. I suppose you don't get run over. So all in all, the noise cancellation really very good. Excuse me, hiccups. So I've been through the software. It's okay. It's actually pretty good, I would say. So all in all, the kind of the performance, in fact, of the headphones, which is probably a very big factor, I guess. I think the sound is amazing. I think it's great that you've got the graphic equalizer so you can make it sound how you want it to sound. We've already mentioned the noise cancellation being really very good. There's loads of codecs built into the Sony, these ones, like aptX, which is supposed to allow low latency audio so that it's just quicker. Some headphones, I just couldn't play games with my Bose because I was shooting, and then like half a second later you heard the bullet. It just really threw you off. Same when I was watching TV with them, to be honest. There was that bit of delay that everything was out of sync. The Sonys are that bit quicker. I mean, I did read somebody on the Bose forums had posted the Bose's latency is 300 milliseconds and the Sony's, well, the previous version, 160 milliseconds. That's almost twice as quick. Quite a big difference. And I felt it does make a difference when you're watching the TV. You can see it's not as noticeable. In fact, I didn't really notice it until again I started looking for it. So the built-in sort of codecs is a plus. I've mentioned the battery life. 30 hours is pretty immense, I would say, really. That'll do you many multiple flights of long distance, or if I'm just shooting from a computer gaming, I won't have to charge them like every couple of weeks or something. Even 30 hours is pretty monster. So all in all, I think they're a really solid pair of headphones. Really very good, great sound, great noise cancellation, great build quality, very comfortable. I don't know. That's are they worth £330? I guess that's up to you. I guess that's up to you. How much do you want? If you've not heard the noise cancellation before, I don't know, there must be some shops nearby that maybe can do your demo. It really is impressive. If you fly a lot, these, I think they're probably a must buy. These or the Bose. So, very good, £330. I got these ones from John Lewis. Check them out there. The Sony 1000XM2s. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy, and I'll catch you all again soon. You made it all the way to the end. Well done. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do subscribe by clicking the little fella over on this side of the screen. You might also want to check out the other videos. Should be just there. Check out my website as well, androidandy.uk, made by me. I'm learning HTML and PHP, so hopefully it's functional. But I'll see you again in the next video.